Dude, we have hands. We have hands.
Ah!
You have hands.
No.
You have hands.
Sick.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Look at this.
Greetings.
Look at this. We both have hats. He doesn't have a hat. He looks hot. So obviously, Will is currently the host. So lead us in.
Okay, so big question I have stored up for y'all. Okay, imagine if you will, that like a serial killer gives you a really insane decision to make. Okay.
I'm killing Patrick.
No, not. I'm not. That's not even on the table. Okay, so what's being debated here is basically like talking about losing fingers. So every finger you lose, starting with the first one, is extra money. So finger 1 you lose, but you get 10K, and then each consecutive finger you lose, you get 10x more than the previous. So if I drop my pinky and my ring finger, now I'm at $100,000, etc., etc. And you keep going. And if you decide to lose all 10, I don't know, then you get insane amount of money, like 10 trill or something.
I'm going 3-finger. I'm going 3-finger Hassan for this,
Interesting.
I think.
Okay, explain.
So like I can do everything with these 3, right? Like I can still play all of my video games. This is basically the grip I take. I would have trouble. I'd have to get like a little class, but at that point it's like what, 10,000, 100,000, million.
10 mil.
10 mil, and then a bit 10 bill.
No. So
Be
10K,
100 mil.
100
Yeah.
mil, 10 mil.
Yeah, okay, with 10 mil, I can buy a prosthetic that lets me hold on to like a fucking GameCube controller, and I just become the best Smash player to ever fucking live. Because like I have nothing to do. I would just sit at home and play video games, and I just need 3 fingers anyways.
So you said this is a
I can also
serial
drive.
killer.
Well, it doesn't have to be like an actual serial killer.
It could be anybody. It could be the
Yeah,
government, the U.S. government.
It just be like some sort of random offering. Okay.
The U.S. government is
okay.
taking fingers to make biofuel, and they're offering 10,000 and 10x per.
Good God.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like I'd be good losing maybe 4.
4.
Maybe
Total?
4-finger. Yeah.
Which 4?
4?
I don't know. Probably pinky ring on both. Kind of similar.
Pinky ring.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. These 2.
Oh,
These ones.
you'd be the same as me.
Yeah, maybe. Because that's like a lot of money. Like,
It
I don't
is
know.
quite a bit of money.
Or I would go the full. I would just take off like just my entire left hand.
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
have
That was also a suggestion I was having. Like, what about losing a whole hand instead?
I feel like you can make a pretty decent left hand, like non-dominant hand prosthetic. I feel like I think it would be fine.
Interesting. Maybe. Yeah. I think it'd be.
Okay.
It's
Now the
kinda-
new debate is, what is the truly most useless finger?
Pinky, so pinky. I don't think pinky is useful.
Really?
Which is more useless though, between these 2? I feel like this is the.
Yeah,
the
that's
biggest.
the big question. I don't know. I guess.
I just like the look of my ring finger. I think it looks cool. It's also all my favorite rings sit. I'm not wearing them out in the lab today. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I kind of want to say ring finger, honestly, because like pinky, like just having one that is like smaller than the other ones can be advantageous sometimes, right? You're just like,
So
I
your
gotta
ring
get like
finger-
that screw that's like in the thing, and like my other fingers can't fit. Like you can just get it.
Your ring finger is too similarly sized to your pointer.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Show me your fingers.
Fascinating.
Oh. Well, what do? You have not given us your answer yet.
Yeah. That's it's a good question. I don't know. I think I would do your angle,
Hell yeah.
or I lose my whole right hand. Because that's like
That's
100.
crazy.
That's 100 mil, right?
It's 100 mil. I
Yeah.
feel like with like a mil, you can get a pretty decent non-dominant prosthetic for sure.
But then if I keep going, right? A bill, 10 bill.
Dude, actually, the tripod might be the way to go.
10 bill, right? It's too easy. I don't know.
It is pretty easy. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I feel like there's like some interesting angles you could go here because a fun argument for this orientation.
Yeah.
Right. For this orientation. is
The
that you're-
claw.
That's right. You can always Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
You're
permanently
permanent
That's right.
Spider-Man.
And so if you toss your pinky and you do ring finger instead, you can't. So that's
It's
a
true.
counter argument.
That is true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or if you lose your ring
Both
finger,
thumbs.
you can't do one of these.
That's right. You couldn't.
You could also go like, if you go both thumbs off, you just become an
Okay.
ape. Not an ape, like one of the non-thumbless apes, the thumbless apes. Famously, there are some of those. Fuck me, I lost the plot.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my eyes glazed over after you said, yeah, let's toss the thumbs.
Let's toss
Yeah,
the
for
thumbs.
real, yeah.
You know the thing that makes humans particularly useful? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of fall off the tier list like really, really hard.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
thumbs, okay.
But you
Okay,
have
thumbs.
so much money. Like you're not competing with anything.
What if you
at
get
that
rid of
point, right?
everything except for your index finger on one hand?
Why do you need that?
You just,
Yeah, if you go all the just go all the way.
That's all you can do. You're
You
I
just
lose all of it, and I have like.
you
10
still
trill or something.
accuse.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at 10 trill, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna invest like some pocket change 1 trill into like building prosthetic hands, and then I just like fucking.
that might actually be the play.
That might be the,
Like,
that's
you-
probably the angle.
You have like a shitty day. Like you have a shitty year, right? While they're building it for
And then I
you.
lose my hands.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with this. I don't know. I have zero idea where you're going.
I mean, like you get rid of all of your fingers. You've got one really shitty year of like, you know, not having hands. You invest a trill into making the best prosthetic hands ever, and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You're golden.
Hell yeah, bro.
This is like me entering the zone of
But
I would drop
also-
my brain into that.
So the
I could live
problem with
forever.
all of this though is like, I mean, the moment the world knows I have 1 trill or 10 trill, I'm like dead as fuck. Like,
You're
I-
over.
like there's already a sniper locked into my head for talking.
They're like the possibility of a trill. You don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm instantly dead.
It's crazy how he left all of his money to the CIA. What
Oh,
the fuck?
darn, I
Whoa.
wanted to do that.
Well, that inheritance. You just want America to be free and safe, don't you?
Yeah, always have. Don't worry, I'll get to join Kennedy.
But yeah, no, like for real though, I think I would get rid of these two, and then I would just get like prosthetics here and here, and I would just dedicate my life to like a video game and just become a god at it because I don't have to work anymore. It's over.
That's fair.
I think
Very
that's it.
reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I would be big sad though, because like, if you play WoW, I mean, even Age of Empires, right? You have use for all of your left hand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And then-
your mouse hand only really needs these 3, right?
Yeah, you need just those 3, right?
Yeah, but the mouse
Well,
is
But that's my
the mouse
dominant
is
hand,
practically
right?
useless in Age of Empires. You should be doing most of your things with your keyboard.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's like one of the first things you learn how to like to go from
I mean, there
like,
has to
low
be
tier to upper tier.
there has to be things that you use your mouse for, like you're controlling units and things like that, right?
Yeah. But like most of the time, you're jumping between different buildings and like directing all the like production paths. That's way more important than mouse.
Well, I guess like if you lose these and you try to use a mouse, though, I don't know. It'd be kind of hard to get used to the grip because like
Yeah.
these are
Yeah,
just
you
fold.
use
These
yeah
two are
you use
also
those
there
for
to, like-
stabilize,
Yeah,
right?
and they also
yeah.
tell you where you are on the mouse pad.
Yeah.
Which kind of correlates to where you are on the screen. I feel.
Mhm. Yep.
Be tough. But that's why, like I said, melee would be fine, right? Because I don't. You rarely use these two, if ever, unless you have like some fucked up version of the claw grip that you use your ring finger for. I've never seen that though. But yeah,
You could be the one that does it
I
first.
don't want to be the one.
I mean,
I'm already talking about how I'm getting rid of those fingers.
I mean, that's like ironically the meta for like claw grip is the meta for like traditional fighting games
Yeah.
where people have like those fight stick thingies that they bring. It's really fun to look at, I guess, not to play. Sorry, but like, I guess like because they already don't super care about those, you could just be really proficient at like these. You could just have like the peace sign on like your right hand, and then your left can just be full joystick mode.
That's fair. Yeah, you could do that. You can get rid of like. You
You could have like
you could just be.
you can lose 5 in like this orientation. Because like this could claw
Oh.
grip, this could claw grip.
That would be
the,
so
Yeah.
sick.
joystick, and then
Mhm.
this could just like be the 4 buttons.
I like how
really
your
stupid.
life path is just to become a professional gamer.
Well-
if you do this to yourself, like what else are you gonna do with your fucking time?
I mean, there's so, what I don't even know how to respond to
Yeah,
that.
why would you not max the most like fun thing that you could
Yeah, that's
you
what
could
I'm
think
saying.
of,
I
right?
like
you
it.
have infinite money now, like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
That's true, I guess.
But yeah. What about you?
Well, we missed the most important sporting event
The
of
Olympics.
the year. No,
Oh,
not
fuck.
even close. Come on now. It was on July 4th of this year. But it was not able to escape without the specter of controversy. The event, of course, that I'm talking about is the Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest.
Oh,
man.
it's a classic, yeah.
It is a classic, yes. It's held on Coney Island, New York. And let's go over the parameters of the event. It's like
Not
you
New
know,
Jersey.
It is not, notably not New Jersey, yes. So as you can probably imagine, the objective of this is to eat as many hot dogs as one can within 10 minutes,
10 minutes.
right? How many do you think you, as, Norman hot dog eaters, how many hot dogs do you think you could, if presented this challenge, could you get down in 10 minutes?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Are these like the standard Hebrew national hot dogs
They are Nathan's hot dogs.
I don't know what
They're
those look like.
They're just normal hot dogs, basically.
compared to Hebrew national? What do they look
They're
like?
approximately the same.
Okay, cool. So I've eaten a pack of Hebrew national in like under 5 minutes, and I've eaten 2 packs in like 10 probably. So like whatever that amount is. I think it's like 12. 12 to maybe that's I'm not sure.
Is that with bun? Because this requires bun.
This requires bun.
This requires bun.
Dude.
What else is on it?
I believe that's all that has to be on
No
there.
condiment.
I think that
Well, you want the
mustard.
comment. You want to like lubricate your throat for that
Yes, yes.
I'm
There
already
is
on top of that, brother.
there is there is other hidden tech as well. Like I've heard of some people like they like drink oils before
so fucking
before the
cool.
contest to like make sure things are
Cool is not the
things
word I
are
was going to
going.
use there.
Dude, no, I love when people fuck up their bodies to do this shit. It's just like make yourself a machine. Yeah, yeah. Lubricate that throat. You swallow them glizzies.
Yeah, so this is the point I was trying to get to with that is just because like I'll never be a pro because I actually like use my teeth to chew.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the hidden strat is to if you're demanding that I have to have bun,
Yes.
I would take the bun and just dunk it in like my water or whatever I could have.
I think that I don't know if that's legal in the competition, but
Why?
I think I've heard that the people do this.
I feel like I would do that. That just like makes the bread swallowing easier.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean it's a battle of volume at that point, right?
Yes,
I think okay, let's because there is bun.
there is bun.
I want to say I could crush like maybe 1.2 a minute. So like
You're going like 15?
no, it's too much.
Oh, like 12?
I think if I really tried, I could eat 12.
You eat 12. God damn.
I think, I
I
made
think-
this legitimately. I'm not fucking for the camera. Like shit here, I
That's-
genuinely think I could
Like
take 12.
like just give me
Like-
Yeah, so like hot dog about, yay large, right?
Oh, it's even
Oh,
smaller
that's
than
so
international.
tiny.
I could do
Oh,
more
sorry.
than 12.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Oh, I could do more than 12. I think
Yeah.
15.
So
Like
the
15 for sure.
dog's about yay big, right? And then
Oh.
bun makes it,
Okay. Well, 10 minutes is actually kind of a
You get-
Because
you
I
get
can
some time,
I can
yeah.
eat
Good
a
amount of
Costco
time.
dog
Good
in
amount
like
of time.
30 seconds flat.
I'm trying to summon the space where like I'm extremely hungry and I haven't had anything and I'm just trying to have as much as possible. I feel like I get to 20.
You feel like you
I
get
think
to
I think
20.
actually,
I think I hit 20.
I think I'm on the side. I think I
Holy.
could get
I
20.
think I hit
yeah.
20.
Oh man, I feel like the mental just would brick me.
It would.
Like I think starting second dog, I'd be like, no.
See, that's your problem. You're thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, no. Because you see, this is the same shit that happened to me.
You can't allow that to happen.
This
What
is the
the
same
hell?
shit that you did to me when we were at the coffee store and I bought a donut and then you timed me and you kept talking to me as I was. You got in my head and I couldn't fucking do it. And then
Ain't no way I get to like 14.5 ways through like my hot dog, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I'm thinking about what I'm doing. What am I doing? Like it's so Jover. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I couldn't like separate myself from the action that's happening. Like separate your mental from it, because like you're just like you have to physically just put it in your mouth, right?
right.
So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it.
Don't think about it. You
Oh,
just
okay.
you put that glizzy in your mouth and you go to town.
I would
have
probably
to.
be destroyed. But yes.
Oh,
I think 20,
yeah.
I think 20 is the angle.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't be a person by the end of it.
Yeah, my body would not.
But I feel like a professional could fucking like triple digit in that time easy, right?
So here, the next part is, discussing some of the big players in the space, right? Number one biggest name.
Hassan Farhad.
Downs the most glizzies on the West
his
Coast.
glizzy per minute numbers are fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
that's right.
GPM is nuts.
So the biggest name for the men's event is Joey Chestnut.
Oh,
Right.
fuck, I've heard this
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Huh.
He has won 16 out of the last 17 of these competitions.
My guy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There has not been a,
Did they do this during COVID?
I believe,
They had to have.
yeah.
They zoomed it in?
yes,
That's
yeah.
so cool.
I don't know.
I don't think. I don't think.
Hey,
like,
man,
Joey
it's
Chestnut is
fucking-
going. I don't think.
Joey Chestnut is an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
them catching COVID would be much better than what they do to their bodies
Oh,
with
that's what I
the
was
hot
gonna
dogs.
Their immune system is already too strong for COVID. They don't give a fuck.
Dude, actually, I will let you continue, but I just thought of the most insane strat for this. I would drink fresh olive oil because it's like super spicy, and it would just like numb my throat, so I could just eat and swallow even faster.
Yeah.
Joey, if you're listening,
Joey, I'll
he's
be your
got
coach.
he's
I'll be
got
your
the
coach. I
fucking
got
tech.
you.
His coaching is just performance enhancing drugs. I don't know.
And look at the Russians. Look at how good their fucking athletes are. And
So yeah, that's the biggest name for the men's event, and then there's Miki Sudo, who is the won 9 out of the past 10 for the women's event, right? So I'm going to tell you what the world records are now for the men's and women's.
Is it held by those two?
By those two, yes,
Gotcha.
yes. They are prolific glizzy downers. Joey's record, right, and the record for the men's event is 75 hot dogs in a 10-minute span.
Shit.
75. Insanity, right?
That's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's nearly 8 dogs a fucking minute.
Yeah.
I can't fuck. I can't.
dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like cracking one isn't like 1 dog per minute. Cracking that is impressive.
Yeah.
8 dogs.
8 dogs a
So
minute.
that's
Yeah.
like faster than 1 dog per 10 seconds, too.
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
God, I want to watch it. I want to see it happen.
Yeah, I kind of like wrote this up off of like an AP article but I like wanted to go watch one, but I ran out of time. But yeah, so and then for the women's event, Sudo has downed 51 hot dogs in 10 minutes, which is still like a
That's
fuck
insane.
absolute fuck
That's
ton.
insane.
All right, so but I mentioned that there was some kind of controversy, and you might be asking yourself, well, they eat fucking hot dogs.
Do they have a like? Is it like the chest situation, like a little anal bead, and it buzzes every time they're supposed to chew for maximal chewing?
That's right. Yeah, just makes the clench happen, I guess.
It's like,
And that's right. That's right. And actually, the person that figured that out was Magnus Carlsen. Actually,
Yeah,
he
did.
was there. He was there.
He's
on
like
Coney Island.
That's how he
That's-
fucking did it.
That's right. That's right. It's like his jaw looks mechanical. That's cheating. Buzz. But no. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, what kind of controversy could there possibly be at this event? Right? They eat fucking hot dogs. Like, what's going on? And here it is. Joey was unable to perform in this competition.
Like this year?
Yes, he was unable to compete in the
Is that why
competition on
he's
July 4th.
16 out of 17?
No. So the one that he lost, I think it was like 2014.
Okay.
Right. So there was a gap. There was like a run and then one loss and then a run again. And the reason he was unable to participate is that he took a sponsor with Impossible Foods. Right.
Oh, I've heard about this vaguely.
And the organizers of the event, right, really did not like that he took this other sponsor. So they were like, "Yo, we just can't do this. Like, we're not going to let you compete because, like, you know, they're a competitor, right? They're a brand competitor to the organizers of the hot dog eating contest event. So he was unable to participate. But that did not stop him from doing something on July 4th. What he did was he went to El Paso, Texas, to a U.S. military base, and he faced off.
Them boys love seeing you eat some glizzy.
Yep.
They're like, oh, dude, this is what it's like in the barracks.
And he went toe to toe with 4 soldiers. So 4 people versus him, right? And this was a 5-minute event, right? And he was able to down 57 in 5 minutes.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
That's right. Yes. Yep. And he beat the 4 people, the 4 soldiers, like,
my God.
obviously,
So
because
his
the guy's a
tops-
fucking machine.
His top split is 114 and 10.
Yeah, if that pace were to happen, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like I couldn't find way too much information on the timing. It was a little surprising that it was less than 10 minutes for this event, but this is what the AP article that I read mentioned was the time for it. So
The
Wait, what did the
Associated
soldiers
Press
get?
doing God's work.
sorry.
What did the soldiers get in 5?
I think they got like 40, like mid 40s.
Mid 40s, so that's
Yeah.
10 and 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 10. Yeah, which is like not bad. Like those are good numbers, right? You know.
All
So-
that tells me that if I'm built for 20 and 10, then I'm just as good.
Just
Oh, yeah,
as good.
brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Just as good
that's
as the
right.
crayon eaters.
That's right.
they have practice.
Yeah. But the event went on, right? The one in Coney Island. It went on without Joey, right? And you know,
Tell me the rookie numbers.
therefore somebody must win, right? And this year's competition found its first different men's champion since 2015, right? And his name is Patrick Bertoletti, right?
Okay.
And his number, 58.
That's
In
it?
10 minutes.
In 10?
In 10. So he only did one more than Joey could do in half the time.
We lost the national treasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we need to make our own dog eating competition in like Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just
to-
let anybody.
Yeah,
just let whoever
just
participate. Right?
Horrify
Like,
the fucking rich bastards down there with like
Yeah.
fucking Joey Peanut. What's his name?
chestnut dog.
Joey Chestnut. That was actually really close.
3 seconds ago.
You can't be saying I was so close when the name was said like 5 fucking seconds ago. Dude.
But interestingly enough, the women's event. So Suda won again, right? This is her, I think her 9th
She's
win.
so cool.
right? And she put up her own personal best, right, which is also a new record of 51. So improvements.
Improvements.
on
That's all
the,
you
on
want.
the women's
Athletes need to
competition.
improve.
Yep, she's crushing it.
Dude, I forget the previous like the world's the world's fastest / biggest eater, like that one Japanese guy, the Japanese American. Sorry.
No idea.
He is like jacked, and he was
Yeah.
like jacked and like super skinny and all of these things, and people are like, how the fuck is this possible? Because he was going to food competitions like every month. It was nuts.
That's crazy.
And I think he recently retired because he said like it was too much on his body to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But like this dude was fucking crazy, and apparently like if you were in the food competition space, if you knew he was a competitor, a lot of people just wouldn't compete.
That's really sad.
That's
Yeah.
fucking. That's how much of the goat this guy was.
Yeah, I mean the insane amount of metabolism. I don't know. It's a luck of the draw kind of thing. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of like the biggest eater I've seen in like my life. I feel like in high school there was this dude on water polo, and he was like absolutely jacked, but like
Mhm.
he wasn't like, I don't know, he wasn't like 6 feet tall or anything like that, but he was like a jacked dude. And like
Longest
every
toenails you've
every
ever
time
seen.
at lunch, I remember seeing him. He'd like, in addition, because like all of those like milk cartons, you could just grab however many you wanted.
Sure.
He like, in addition to his normal lunch, he would casually have like somewhere between 8 to 10 like chalky milks just to like feel
Dude,
full.
What?
It's fucking crazy.
8 to 10 chalky milks.
Yeah. just to feel full. And he's fucking jacked.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Holy
So that
shit.
dude could probably put down.
Yeah.
In a fucking competition.
For sure.
Dude, call him up for the Malibu. we can make it a whole thing. We could host it. Like, we'll be the panel. We'll be watching. We'll just be fucking commentating as those guys are fucking chewing their way through glizzies.
But yeah, but it's looking like there might be a resolution, and Joey may be able to return to the competition next year. So that's
Does he have to
good.
drop the sponsor or something?
No, I think they like worked out an agreement. or
Wait, so does
something
mean
like
did he eat like the veggie dogs, or did he still eat Nathan's?
No, I think he went for. Well, I don't know what brand they ate at the.
Oh, okay.
At the
medical-
military base, but
I think him getting banned is so dumb though, because I feel like, I mean, technically yes, like Impossible Dogs would be like a competitor, but I feel like the audience is like gotta be so different, right?
for sure.
Yeah, but like, also, does it fucking matter? Like, there's so many sports events that have multiple sponsors. There's like
Yeah.
Alienware sponsors, and like there's Alienware sponsors on jerseys of like, professional athletes that like, sponsors from Doritos. Just like it doesn't, or like other computer companies.
Yeah, and
sponsors.
the weirdest thing too is like, I don't. The organizers of the event aren't even like Nathan's, right? So it's not them. It's the organizers are Major League Eating. So like, why they won't allow him to have like a sponsor from like a random brand is like kind of crazy to me. Like,
That's weird.
I don't know. It's very strange to me, but
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
get him back in the competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that last one wasn't real. If you can't beat the GOAT, are you really a champion?
well, I mean, hey, dude, he got the belt. He got the fucking belt.
That's right.
Like, that's
You can still put on a belt after all of this. That's crazy.
all the pictures have them
you
with it over
choose
the
to put on the
shoulder,
belt
so-
when Joey wasn't there.
How
Wow.
built is this guy?
How old?
No,
How built is he? What
How
does he look
built?
like?
Oh, actually, I didn't like check out a ton of pictures.
Because I feel like it's gotta be also like that Japanese American guy you're talking about. I feel like to just eat at that impossible rate, your metabolism has to be like absolutely fucking insane for you to even train.
I would not claim that he is built. He looks like
Oh my God.
your average American man.
Oh yeah, that's
He looks like a Joey.
that's a Joey
Yeah.
Chestnut, all right.
Oh yeah,
It's a Joey
yeah,
Chestnut.
it is.
God damn.
Okay, honestly, these things, not having to use your hand for the mic, it's so coded.
It actually it's pretty nice. Yeah,
It's so fucking nice.
yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I'm very sad that we missed the best sporting event that there is, the most important sporting event that there is of the year.
Yeah.
But next year, I certainly will be tuning in on July 4th.
So, I remember that we wanted to like potentially shoot an episode up north at like a food place.
Oh,
Dutch Bros. This was
Dutch
the Dutch
Bros.
Bros journey.
Oh,
We still need to fucking do that. That shit would be
that
so
would be
good.
so good.
We
Wait,
have to find-
on the way up.
Is there one?
I mean, there's one in Lancaster at the very minimum. I know that. They have
Okay.
they have 'em a lot. They have a lot of locations just outside of LA.
We can look it up, but like I genuinely think that because this is a much easier trip and I have access to my car, we should try to shoot one in Solvang because I think that would be fucking sick.
It would be pretty funny, yeah.
If we find like a nice spot. Yeah, cool. But speaking of road trips, I have to tell you of the road trip where I tormented someone for the entirety of the ride up. And we were at Magic, and remember how our mutual friend brought up how somebody was really scared of AI? So let me regale you with this tale.
So why are they afraid of AI?
Yeah, I'll tell you the full story.
Okay,
so
okay.
we're gonna call him Kevin, just because I don't want to do anything terrible.
Cabane.
So I'm going up to Palm Springs because it's one of my friends like graduating, and he wanted to like have one last like friends going out. And I was asked to basically carpool up with one of these guys because he didn't have a car, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take him. Never met Kevin before in my life. This is my first time meeting Kevin.
Kevin.
So I roll up to his apartment, and the dude's a bit of a fucking freak. Like on minute one, he sits down, and I'm like, I'm driving. You have the aux, and he goes, I don't actually like listening to music on long car rides.
Raw dog
I
that
like-
ride, dog. Raw dog.
And he's like, I just like talking, and I'm like, this is a 2.5 hour drive, and I've never met you in my life, but here we fucking are. All right.
In response, I pissed my pants.
That's my fucking ult. Like, I'm in a situation I don't want to be in. But yeah, so he's a fucking freak, and it's fine.
Yeah, he's the freak.
Yeah.
It was too easy. It was just too easy.
Oh, it's funny.
What is that? Why does it smell like that in here?
He's like, oh.
It's the first time I've been in your car.
I
Why
thought
does
you
it
like
smell like
talking.
that?
Why are you smelling?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Using your fucking nostrils? But it's fine. So we pull onto the freeway and we start driving. And you're like, it's the standard introduction. Hey, how are you? Who are you? You know, what you work for? All these things.
What's your major? Yada yada.
Yeah, the same, literally that.
So when are you gonna graduate?
Yeah. And then he goes, so like, what do you look like? I ask, you know, because he's later in the grad student years and he's looking to graduate soon, like relatively soon, a few months. And I'm like, oh, what are you looking to do? And he goes, oh, I want to get into AI security. And I was like, what is that? Like, what is AI security? So my brain's like, are you using like AI to like makes, you know, like be phone answerers or something? So no, it turns out that he is like kind of scared of AI in the way Joe Rogan is scared of AI, where he believes like we're a few years away from like the Terminator.
Nice. Thank
And-
God.
It'd be so cool to like live in that world though.
Yeah, I don't. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. Just yeah. But basically, he's like really scared of this AI situation, and I started, you know, going into it. I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be an interesting car ride. The dude does not stop talking about AI for at least an hour before like I can get a word in, kind of. Like it's just him talking about all the different companies that he's looking at, like where he wants to go, all of these things, how like AI is terrifying, how there aren't enough safeguards, how OpenAI is like doing this thing that's pretty bad, how there's like these other companies that are a little bit better at security. And then he talks about the different types of AI and like all the different ways AI can work. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like literally sitting in a Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, that's not what my first thoughts were. When
No,
you
no,
said
it's not an awesome. It's just, it's fucking. But this is the part where I torment him because
Okay.
So full disclosure, I really have not used AI tools. Like I've never used them. I've never used the ChatGPT or anything. But like I overplayed it a little bit because I thought it was too funny. So he goes, so like, do you have did you ever like use AI like in your day-to-day life? Like what is your experience with it? And I was like, I have never used it, which is true. And I'm like, I've never used AI. I've never used any of them. I've never used ChatGPT.
At least that I think I have.
No, yeah.
Unless it wiped my memory.
Except for that one chatbot that was just like, he just knew my address.
Yeah.
No, Zelda. Oh, 1 second. Zelda, off. Thank you. She's just on the wire. So I was just like,
See, I play with the wires. I get yelled at.
as you should.
out, please, thank you. Okay, so I was just like, yeah, I've never used AI. I've never used ChatGPT. I've not like made any AI images. And he's just like so fucking surprised. He's just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm a caveman to this man. Like, it's incredible. And then I was like, yeah, actually, I don't actually use computers that much. I use it to code, like, but then I exclusively use pen and paper for everything because I was like, I'm scared of like, you know, what if there's a rogue AI on my computer that's just like scraping my data?
True.
And he's like, what? And then I tell him about the Netflix situation where someone hacked into their database because someone they use the Google Sheets effectively to like move data around, and then somebody found the Google Sheet and they put an SQL injection in one of the cells where you can like, and then they like basically hacked their data frame.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah, like what if, I told him this story, I'm like, what if there's like an AI out there that's like searching for all of these and like writing code that lets itself, you know, put itself in these databases and it becomes bigger and bigger. I'm like, and that's why I just use paper and pencil for everything. And I just want to make sure my data is safe and secure and I don't use any of these AI tools. And this dude is just like, not realizing that I'm completely fucking with him. And he's taking it more and more serious. And he's like, yeah, I've never talked to someone who like is like taking the AI threat as seriously as I like. You're like one of the first people. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just really worried. Like, what if there's this major AI guy who's like collecting all the database data and it's smart enough right now. Like if it's gotten into enough systems, it's like smart enough. And
I don't even actually have a computer. I just have this Age of Empires.
I just plug it right into my veins, and then
That's all it does.
Yeah, so
No idea what else you could do.
I'm just enjoying cooking this guy, and then we get to the Airbnb, and like the whole thing is going, and every time he tries to talk to people who do machine learning, like actually. They all just kind of dodge him because they just don't want to fucking talk to this guy about these like crazy AI things. And then like on the very last day, I don't think he realized that I was in the room with Trevor. But he says something out loud where he's like, yeah, I was driving up with his son and I've never met someone who hates AI as much as him. And he's like never used it before. And then he's like, you know that like he only uses paper and pencil notes, and from across the room, Gabby locks eyes with me, and she knows like what happened in those 2 hours. It was just me deleting this man's brain. But yeah, that was the and then on the way back, I was in the car ride with Phil. And I just kept going a little bit with Phil, and I was like, yeah, like, what are you doing in the future, Phil, all these things. And then we just, like, lay into how much we don't like, you know, Tesla and Elon Musk. And this guy obviously loves Tesla and Elon Musk. So, like, we were just, like, indirectly cooking him. It was way too much fun. This is the first time I met this guy.
Justice for Kevin.
Yeah. Honestly, he didn't need it. This is his fault for like refusing to put anything on my fucking audio system.
Yeah. I was about to say,
I'm like, I have to make my own fun at some point. At some point, I get antsy, and I'm like, all right, if you're not gonna get, you see, I didn't give you toys.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got punished for it.
Yeah, precisely.
He did not give me toys, which is take control of the fucking aux when you're the co-pilot.
And he got punished for it. Yes, absolutely.
So actually, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have heard his response to, "Oh, I don't really listen to music in the car." I'm like, that's cool. I do.
Yeah. No, I saw the golden opportunity. Like he said some freak shit like that, and my brain just went, "Oh yeah."
That's where you go, Siri, play the Red Army Choir.
But yeah, that was the ride up. It was funny. The other thing was just I went drink for drink with my friends, and I was telling people like you heard the aftermath that like I woke up without any of the hangovers. What else was there? I did a synchronized dance routine, water dance, whatever the fuck's swimming routine, with Ada and Devin, and we fucking crushed it. You know those? Like synchronized swimming?
Yeah. Wait, you have a routine?
Yeah, we have a routine. What? It's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
It was exclusive to that. There was no recordings, unfortunately, but we fucking crushed it. We got a standing ovation.
Who was watching this?
Everybody at the Airbnb.
Press X
All
to doubt.
20 other people were watching it.
Oh, okay. And then everyone clapped.
Everyone clapped.
Yeah,
Standing ovation.
Not a single phone in sight.
Actually, 3 people were crying because they'd never seen something so beautiful before.
And then Kevin in the back saying like, "AI could never."
AI could never return. He learned that day that everything was fine. Actually. Oh my god. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I've never used AI tools until this year. It's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT is kind of cool. It's not that I mean, from what the uses I've gotten out of it, it's like not that useful. I feel like compared to doing things yourself. I think it's nice that like when you ask for a source now, it can like provide you with an actual source. So that's a pro tip for anyone that uses it. Like if you're effectively using it as a search engine, which people do, that's kind of a neat use of it. It's just like Google, but it's like in a more like paragraphs, like to you rather than like a bunch of like hyperlinks, right? That's kind of a neat thing. But like if you need a source, you can go about it that way. But also like there's no need to, in my opinion, be too scared of it because Google used theirs to train off of fucking Reddit. Of all places.
Yeah. Actually, no. Now I'm scared.
Yeah. See, so like, I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but Google AI training off of Reddit is absolutely hilarious because, I mean, the like I guess the culture on Reddit a lot of times is like if someone asks like a relatively basic question, sometimes actually a lot of times the most upvoted comment is like some troll bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Right? And so like this is also why you can try this right now at home, folks. I don't think they fixed it yet. So if you Google like basically like, oh, like my pizza, when I make my pizza, it falls apart like too easily. The top solution here is like, oh, how do you like fix like when you make a pizza at home, if it's like if toppings are falling off and things like that. The top suggestion is to use glue. You can try it right now. Yeah, Google AI is like just fucking on top of it. So like basically, I think they chose like the worst possible thing to do off of for their training model. But like a lot of things train off of this bullshit. It's kind of funny though, because now that like it's becoming more commonplace, every website got their own like little AI helper now. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting, but like it's so clearly like really terrible still. And I don't know. It's also kind of fascinating because I've had moments where like I'm asking questions and it's not really understanding my question, or it gives me like a wrong answer, and then I have to like debug and like dig through like, oh, why does it fucking say this when it's like supposed to say that? And then I got really pissed one time and I was like, actually, like it should be like this instead. And like they're like, oh, you're totally right, and then they just regurgitated my answer back at me. I'm like, okay, so like
it's like, thank you for the learning opportunity.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But I don't know if it's actually learning anything off of me, Like, I don't know. Anyway,
I remember the Microsoft Twitter AI fiasco. Do you remember that?
Not really.
I don't remember the name of the thing, but basically they had like an AI powered Twitter intelligence that basically would be there to like talk to people. It was like a first Microsoft test, and people thought it was really, really funny to make her super racist. Like at one point she started like tweeting the classics like he did nothing wrong, and then like posting like the fucking flag and all of these things, and then and Microsoft freaks out and like shuts it down, and they're like, this is not indicative of our community. I don't know what happened. Why did this happen? And then Twitter like sent out an apology. It was like, yeah, our users are just fucking assholes. This is back when it was Twitter, not X, the everything app. Back in the golden days.
I will say my favorite use of AI has been on Twitter as well. This is the Leffen AI bot. It's fucking hilarious. So Leffen is a Smash Bros player, or a Smash Bros Melee player, and he says like the most deranged shit.
He does.
He's just like your average. Like think of like the most like twink like asshole you could ever think of. Like that is basically he's like
look up
that.
Leffen
He's
right
every
now.
guy.
Look up Leffen right now.
That's just
he's not wrong. But look up Leffen in a bowl cut. It's even funnier. Did you ever see that?
No, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just copy paste every like white ass like twink asshole.
Yeah.
Right? And he also
he's from
has
Sweden
like, the
too,
most,
which is another L.
Right. He has like the most deranged take on things, I feel like. Anyway, and he's just like kind of abrasive on purpose for a while. I don't know if he's still that way. Anyway, the point is
he's still that way.
Well, okay, so the thing is, this AI bot is so funny because like legitimately sometimes like if you have to like do a test and like you take the I almost said nameplates off, but you take the you like block the username. It's kind of fun to like guess if it was like actually him or the bot.
It's the bot, yeah.
We should play this next time,
dude. It's so much fun. Leffen, did I ever tell you about Leffen? Like what he's famous for?
No.
So Leffen is he's like I was talking to Will about this. Leffen is like the best Smash Bros player in Europe, like hands down.
Okay.
And he's kind of he's literally a piece of shit. Like he's famous for just being the biggest piece of shit known to man in the game. Like people like, and the problem is you can't call him out, or if you do call him out, most likely he'll beat you. So like there was I think it was Guilty Gear. He loves Guilty Gear now, but there was like a whole Guilty Gear situation where he said Guilty Gear is an easy game, which is like another fighting game. And the Guilty Gear community, was it Tekken or Guilty Gear? I can't remember now. Regardless, it's one of the two. Big fighting game community, big history. And he's like, it's an easy fucking game. And then they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, it's easy. I could join a major and beat all of you. And then they're like, no, you fucking can't. And they're like, well, he's like, I can. He's like, okay, there's one in 3 months. The dude practiced for a month. Beat everybody.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like a piece of shit. And then he was in Europe, and he's like, the European scene is dying. I've tried to make schools. I've tried to make locals. I've tried to do all of these things. You fuckers don't like actually play Melee in Europe. Good. You're trash. Like, you guys are happy with being 20th place. You're happy with being 10th place. You guys are trash. And then he's like, they all like, you can't like say that, like that's not fair, because we have like really talented players. He's like, you have talented players, but you don't practice enough, you don't do things right. And they called him out on it again, thinking that I don't know why they don't fucking learn. They call him out on it, and they have like a like basically a Europe-wide regional. Hey, Zelda, stop. A Europe-wide regional, where sorry, I have a daughter here. So there's a Europe-wide regional where all of the best European players joined, and this motherfucker joins playing Mewtwo, which is the worst character in Smash. And then Smash Bros. Melee, and fucking beats all of them to like a pulp. Like, no question about who won the entire competition, and like he just ruins the entire region of Europe, and then he like goes back home and refuses to, like, he's like, I hate all of you people, and he's now considering just moving to the U.S. because like, I can't even practice on you. I played Mewtwo.
That's great.
So yeah, that's who Leffen is. He's a fucking character.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's the
honestly.
thing.
Like,
I think the only one that can beat him is Leffen AI. So. In a battle of wits, I don't think he gets there.
No. He's too much of a fucking gremlin. All he does is sit in his house and play Melee. I think I follow him on Twitter, and he's a fucking degenerate on Twitter too. Where he was recently at Evo, because Evo was taking place. I don't remember where. I think it was in Las Vegas. It was Evo in Las Vegas, and he like was watching both. He participated in both the Guilty Gear and the Smash Bros. Melee competition simultaneously. And then he got home. Like, he flew back to Sweden, didn't sleep on the plane ride, according to him on his Twitter. Like, lands at 2 a.m. and he's like, "Oh, new patch of Guilty Gear came out." And starts fucking streaming and starts playing the game.
oh man,
Weaponized brain rot.
wow.
Yeah, that's why. Like, he's a piece of shit, but you can't say shit to him because like he's like we had to call him out. You'll lose.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
Wow.
it's WoW season, right?
New patch drop. Yeah, that's right.
So who am I supporting in Europe?
In what?
Team Liquid.
Yeah,
NA.
it's NA. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What's the
No.
European team?
There's not a European team.
Is it like Envy?
Nope.
No. Actually, what is the European? Unironically, what is the European team?
It's called Echo.
Echo.
Well, there are two really. There's Method and Echo, and they're both pretty good.
They're both pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama with Method.
Tell me the WoW drama. Actually, I have not heard WoW drama in a long time, and I want you both to give me all the tea. Give me the juiciest tea.
Okay, so Method, prolific world first rating guild, right? They're like insane for a long fucking time, right? Like basically like uncontested world firsts for like, like 5+ years, I'm pretty sure. And well, one day the news drops. One of their healers is like basically like doing pedo shit, and it's real bad. And so there's this whole big drama in the guild of like, well, some people thought that others like knew what.
Scooby Snack.
Yeah, the Scooby
I needed it.
And so like there's some drama, and like some people like think that other guild members knew, right? So the guild essentially like fractures, right? And like the guild master remains, and like some of the players remain, but a lot of them like split off and they form Echo. So that's like how Echo came to be. And like Method has like slowly kind of like recovered their place. I think that they got world third in this last race, and it was like within a few hours of world second as well. So like it's like pretty close now. So there's like actually
like a few hours close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's usually close as fuck. Like these races are oftentimes like down to the hour.
So when is this starting? Because I want to get involved with the screaming matches.
This is like about a month out or so. Or no, a little more than that. Probably about 2 months out.
So September.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Damn.
we're looking for like early
I'm gonna be in Germany.
Germany.
What?
Yeah. I have a whole family thing. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the teams to look out for: Echo, Limit, and Method.
And you guys support Liquid?
Yeah, I mean
Liquipedia.
they are they're the fucking NA team. Like
Okay.
they're
Yeah.
awesome. They have a lot of players that I like. Their guild leader's awesome.
Is there other NA teams?
There are, but they are not. For the most part, they aren't as like up there as
Also,
Liquid. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's always going to be the case
Yes.
because also like with how everything is formatted, like a lot of these teams have like sister or feeder teams,
Mhm.
and basically it's kind of like their JV that they poached.
I
like,
think
strong
yes.
members.
Yeah.
from
You guys
to
have told me
continue.
about this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So like with that setup, it's like cool that there is like Liquid versus Echo, but there's like pretty much it's always basically going to be that way
Yeah.
because if you're a good enough player, you know, if a top team invites you to like play professionally,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no
it's
one
the
else.
Sentinel problem in Valorant.
But I will say though, this upcoming raid will be kind of interesting because, so last entire expansion,
Mhm.
the Asia servers were down. Like China,
Mhm. Yeah.
China was no longer part of like partnered with Blizzard completely.
That's right. Yep.
And
Oh
so,
yeah.
and so like you know, it was really sad. A lot of like Chinese and Taiwanese players like parked their characters at like what they thought was like, you know, lore wise, like where they would want to be, like this is like my favorite fishing spot and I
Mhm.
want them to like hunt here forever and all these things. It was incredibly fucking sad.
That's so sad.
It was so sad. And also
Oh my
like for
God.
the longest time, like people were like, okay, the top like individual players easily, like a bunch of these guys are like Chinese players, right?
Oh yeah.
And like it was hard to find like competition, and then they just got deleted off the map for this expansion.
Mhm.
And then like now this upcoming expansion, actually they're returning.
Yep.
So
They're
like,
allowed back.
They're
Yep.
allowed back. So
G and Blizzard are friends again.
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Glorious days.
Glorious days indeed. Hell yeah, brother. But yeah, so they're like recovering all of their like characters and everything, and so people are gonna get right the fuck back into it.
Yep.
Dude, I mean, I feel like like Chinese gamers are really fucking degenerate. So this
Oh.
this will be really fun.
Yeah, I think I told you guys about my friend who like got really into this Korean MMO, which like had a
is it
lot of
Black Desert?
Chinese. Huh?
Is it Black Desert? Which one?
No, Ark.
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark, thank you. Like it has like a large Chinese and Korean player base, and like he literally flipped his real life schedule. So I think I told you about this. Like he basically like was awake during the night and was asleep during the day, and because of his job, he was like he basically works for like a weed company that makes like an electric bong, like the best electric bong, and like they didn't care when he put in his hours because he was like an engineer for them, electrical engineer. So he would just like work in the middle of the night, submit all the files that he cared about because he was like that was his department, and they just didn't give a shit about like his schedule. They said, "Oh, it's kind of weird that you're submitting, you know, your work at 3 a.m., but it's good work, so they don't care." And he would just like play Lost Ark on the Chinese and Korean servers.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
That's some deranged shit.
It's deranged. It's fucked up.
That's unethical.
No, it's so bad for you. I mean, listen, we have a mutual friend who was on the podcast, A1 Michael Barrion.
True.
Fucking, he's also, yeah, you know his sleep schedule, right?
It's fucked.
It's disgusting.
It's psycho. Yeah.
I
for
don't
sure.
actually know, but
Oh, you don't know?
I just know he gets like basically zero sleep.
Yeah. Like you could be probably between the hours of like 6 p.m. to probably like 3 a.m. I would say.
Holy shit.
There's a good shot that he is playing Overwatch.
God damn.
God damn.
I mean, he's part of
crazy.
like a professional team, and they like scrim and everything now. Like a professional, not just part of the university team. He's like a professional team.
That's tough.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And but yeah.
Yeah, so Chinese guilds are allowed back, right? And I believe that it's the case that an organization in China has offered like a bounty. The first Chinese team to get a world first.
Oh, shit,
I think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like 100K.
Oh,
It's pretty sick.
dollars or
100K
yuan?
USD, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Dollars.
Here's
$100K. Yeah. Which is like
Zelda ruining
crazy.
the
No, that's kind
share.
of nuts.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what company is it?
I can't remember.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember what it is.
Because
But
I think even with their servers being down and like insane high ping, like
Mhm.
people were still able to do shit. Like the Taiwanese, I think there was like a top 10 or top 20, I forget. But
oh, that's right for Emirdrasil, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah. I
They
think
had like 1,000 wipes on Tindril, right?
It was crazy.
It was
they just fucking pull
crazy.
degens. Anyway, their guild name is really funny. The translation is Hot Pot Heroes.
Nice.
So-
Oh, I've heard about these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I- they're so famous that I've even fucking heard of them. I know
Yeah, yeah,
shit about
yeah.
WoW.
Right. So I think I mean,
even with their servers down, like
I think like they were able, like some of the players were able to pull off shit like this. Or I'm pretty convinced that like a lot of them are just like, okay, well I can't play the game here, so I'll just like make an account overseas and just fucking
Yeah.
That's
blast
fucking
anyway.
cool.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
this will be exciting because like a real ass bounty is gonna be
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like there was the guild like Skyline was like really close to World First a couple times as well. So there's there's certainly the potential for like, you know, one of the two big teams to like not necessarily get it, right? So it got you good.
You gotta be really good. Alright, stop.
Yeah, but no, it's the pre-patch just came out on Tuesday, so it's about a month away from the expansion dropping,
Mhm.
and then it'll be like another month basically until the
Yeah.
raid releases.
so the real drama is that I'm mad about it.
You're
mad about
I'm
it?
mad about it. I'm mad about it.
Classic.
There's only a month left.
Yeah,
Rogue is not fixed.
yeah,
It's so
true.
Jover.
This is true. Yes.
What's
yes.
wrong with
It's very sad.
Roger?
So the Roger.
Why is it Roger?
Well, it's Roger because
It already is Jover. I feel like we can't say that phrase anymore.
no,
He's gone.
I'm down for Roger.
No, Jover's still good.
Jover's still
Jover
good.
is now like real.
The
Yeah.
Jover is real.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah. So the
Oh, that's
problem
true.
is basically they're coming up with like some new like systems, and basically the balancing, at least in beta, as close as it's gonna get to like live patch, is just extremely rough. And I don't think there is any quick fix that they could like really come up with as of right now. And like even if the numbers are good, I feel like the theming like kind of sucks. So basically, how do I explain this? So each class has like, you know, anywhere between like 2 to 4 specs, specializations,
Yeah.
and then most of them have 3. And so like in the context of rogue, you have assassin, outlaw, and subtlety, right? So these are the types of rogues you can play. A lot of players who are proficient in their class can like swap between the specs, but each of these specs play like basically completely differently.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, it'll be cool if we further expand on this idea and we like basically make even more like subclassing available to these like specializations. And the upshot of this is like the theming for these like sub specs, I guess I'll just call them that, like are not very cool. But like, okay, what if they're not cool but they still do damn? That'd be kind of sick. Like I don't, you know, at the end of the day, I'm very DPS brained.
I'm here for the graph. Graph go up.
Exactly.
That's right.
All
The
that matters.
bar at the top should be a big yellow one, and that's all I care about.
Yep.
But the problem is the theming sucks and the damage kind of sucks, and there's like not really like a good way to get around this. So I don't really know what the fix is going to be, if there is one. Like at this point, so I am seriously considering for the first time like rolling like a different class. I know. I
Yeah.
know.
It's Roger.
It's very Roger. It's very Roger.
Who's your Kamala?
So the Kamala to my Roger is a terrible sentence to say out loud.
Who's okay? Who's your coconut? Who's your coconut?
I'm not saying that. I'm simply not saying that. I think some of the top. So I am very melee brained because I want to just fucking move around, right? I want to be close to the raid boss and like, you know, tell him what's up from like close range.
Demon.
And so like, I think that would be kind of interesting. Like they kind of move around like crazy.
Fucking dome.
But I think my top, that's like probably my third choice as of right now. I haven't actually played it, but I think top right now is Monk. And then second to that
You
might
played
be
Mystic
Druid.
Pandaria too much.
Well, I played a little bit. I didn't really know.
That's where they
like,
included monks, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah,
Brain's
Yeah,
still
you're fucking
brain-
getting
brain
it
works.
tonight.
I'm
Brain
on
works.
it,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
I played Mop Remix. It was kind of It was a not very good, I feel like, display of the class or any ults, honestly, because like the scaling was so weird.
Yeah, it's super weird.
But I've actually at least played it. But I think that or like Druid, Kitty Druid.
Hell yeah.
Kitty Druid.
Yeah. So
What
like
do you
the
play again? You play a shaman.
I'm kind of like,
he's rerolling.
yeah. So I'm re-rolling. I am gonna be in raid. I will be druid.
Oh
But
my
the
god.
problem is though
What
that
type of
shaman's actually kind of good.
Yeah, shaman's actually kind of popping right now.
Shaman's
So
back.
it's kind of.
Go back to your
we
old
need the
flame.
we need the buff.
But what if I was
We
the
need
kitty?
buff. Oh, if you're the kitty, then yeah, that would be completely
it.
fine.
Bring him back.
Holy shit!
Bring him back. Bring him back. Bring him back.
Oh my god.
This is like-
I need to go level a fucking.
This
kitty,
is like
man.
this is like fucking Patrick saying he's gonna play Sheik.
What?
I did it on purpose because nobody's gonna fucking get what the fuck that means.
No clue yet.
I'll explain later. But yes, if you want me to explain, I can.
I don't know how good of a place Farrell is in right now though.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's like solid, like upper B, low
Upper
A
B
tier.
tier.
If people would, you know,
Perfect.
kind of like that's the claim.
Okay,
But
okay.
you know, God knows tier lists who.
Who
you know,
gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What is a tier list?
It's actually a lot of fun. Like when I played Kitty, it was really
There's
fun.
I just worry because I feel like there might be too many buttons.
There are quite a few buttons.
coming from
yeah.
Roker.
Well, the thing is, right? Like the cool thing about Druid and also the hard thing about Druid is that like while you're in any form, you can basically shapeshift into any other form,
Mm-hmm.
just like off the top and like use those abilities. It's probably great. How I would imagine this is designed is like those abilities in those other forms while you're not spec to it are probably like greatly reduced in like sort of complexity and like value, so they're like promoting you to like not be in that form, I would guess, right? But like nevertheless those buttons do exist, and I think like your button mapping also changes like when you shapeshift as well.
Oh,
right?
so you might have like three.
You might
not
have, like,
three different,
multiple-
but yeah, like
yeah,
So you actually end up with like 4.
4 forms.
Yeah, you end up I think 4.
Because there's kitty,
get-
there's bear,
Uh-huh.
there's chicken.
Yeah,
And
and then there's
then-
Natty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do in natty form?
Natty is basically Boomkin,
But worse, okay.
but like does less damn.
So,
So,
you,
like,
you would never
what is
use
a boomkin?
There's a chicken.
The chicken.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom
Sorry,
guys looks
yeah.
so dumb.
I
It
mean,
is. It's pretty.
it looks-
It's pretty cringe actually, but
The thing is, right, like the BIS, like you can collect. The cool thing about Druid is that you could collect these different forms and stuff, so you don't have to use the default forms. You can go out and like collect.
yeah.
But like
The best in slot skin for the Boomkin is to like look like your humanoid self.
Yeah. You
Which
you
sucks
become a
ass.
star
wait,
person.
wait.
So you can get the skin. I think it's
I heard 3 different. Let me just explain to you what my brain
yeah,
did.
yeah.
The first you tell me boomkin chicken,
Yeah, it's
Yes,
chicken.
it's chicken.
and then
yeah.
you said there's a skin. So my brain, and you're like the best skin that you can go do is like I went through like all the different variants, like fire chicken,
No.
massive, giant water chicken, something
No.
cool. And then you respond with your normal form,
Yeah.
and this guy just said star form.
Yeah.
So what the?
So this is the chicken.
you don't want to look like that.
You never
Yeah.
want to look like that.
Yeah, it's rough.
That looks
it's
like
rough.
shit.
It's
like
real
an
rough.
owl.
Yes,
It's disgusting.
Yes. It's an owl bear. They're
It's
called
an owl
Moonkin.
bear.
And
Oh.
then
Yeah,
let's
but
see
it's like
here.
an ugly looking one.
Yeah, no, okay.
You wouldn't. No one would make their owl bears look like that.
No.
And then the astral form is like your natty form, right? But you're a star boy.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to look like chicken.
Yeah.
But you get the benefits of chicken.
Is
Yeah.
chicken good?
Chicken is good.
Chicken is good. You get
I-
good spell
can I-
power,
Can I
some
be
decent
honest?
damage reduction.
I feel like I would want to look like the shitty chicken. I think it's too funny.
so, some people really like the
How
chicken.
funny it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to be chicken and then
Yes.
also top of the meters.
Yeah,
Yes.
he can be
Yes.
funny chicken meter. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
rather
think
not.
I think that's me. I think
No,
if I
fuck
found
that.
myself in that.
Fuck that noise. I'm sorry.
Are there other chicken skins?
There are a few, yeah.
There probably
Yeah,
are.
so depending on the race that you rolled, there are different forms. So like for the Zandalari one, like you turn into like kind of like a pterodactyl chicken kind of thing.
Oh, that's kinda sick.
That's so cool.
The night elf one is like more dark, that kind of stuff. So
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck the night
interesting.
elves.
True.
Fuck their tree.
So true.
Their tree's gone, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's gone.
it's been gone for
Good.
a long time.
It's good.
It is
I'd
good.
mana bomb it again.
It wasn't mana bombed, but good.
Oh, which one was
good.
mana bombed?
Theramore.
Theramore was mana. Fuck, you're right. We just burnt it. That's what it was.
Yeah, we light that bitch up.
Just mana bomb both of them.
Yeah.
For
fuck
real,
it.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
So, Will, we have to confess something because it's the end of the podcast. No one listens to this part.
Uh-oh.
Patrick and I had one of the most insane bits in
Oh,
lab
no.
today.
Today?
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think we could go through it again, but it was so bad. I'm so happy that Andre never takes off his headphones.
Well, that's not true, but okay.
Yeah, he does, but he doesn't hear us, according to his own words.
That's not.
So this was something called a cum flask.
No, it,
He's looking embarrassed. He loved this bit and he played along with it for like we think we did it for probably an hour.
I see.
We're like, hand me my cum flask, boy, and then just shit like that.
I see.
that's great. What is that, preload or something? Like,
It was exactly. There you go. It got so elaborate, and I'm so sad you weren't there. But I have to confess the sin of making the cum flask without you. I'm so sorry.
I am so happy I was not there for any of this.
I told you this is exactly what he would
Yeah,
say.
he's like he's so disappointed in us. But a legitimate topic that I want advice from both of you is, I'm like trying to run a Age of Empires tournament with my friend who's a streamer, and like he has pull among some of the like mid to I guess I would say like lower top tier pre-pro players. So we're kind of aiming like that's the kind of skill level. Unknown exactly how many combatants we're gonna have and all of these things. I'm thinking of like, so this is my, it's a 2v2 tournament. I basically asked him like, what do you want? And he's like, I wanted a 2v2 tournament and all these things. I've TO'd before, but I want some advice. So basically it's gonna be, 4 players each time. They pair up 2v2. So what do you guys think sounds better as a viewer who is not into Age of Empires? Or like, you don't know much about the game? So option 1, they have to come with a friend, like an actual person who is willing to join their 2v2 team. And then we do a standard double elimination tournament if there's not too many players. If like there's like a small amount of players and like a double elimination seems reasonable, cool. Otherwise, single elimination. Or we can have a bunch of players sign up and then we force them into teams of 2. And then they have to play through, and then each round they progress, they get a new teammate.
oh, that's fun.
You like that?
I think that's pretty fun because it's like it's a little bit of it feels like solo queue energy a little bit. But like the fact that like if you're coming out, if you're like the difference maker basically, no matter who you get shuffled with, like you're coming out on top. Like I don't know, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
I definitely like the idea. I guess I would just like be worried about like somebody ends up with like an anchor, basically, and like
that's why we said like they're like top tier to semi pros. So there's no anchors here.
Okay, sure.
They're all and like there's a strict cutoff on your elo and all of these things. So like the people who are going to be playing are most likely like.
And this is their elo in teams.
In
teams.
teams.
Okay.
Yes, in teams. They can't have like solo elo is good, but like team game is a very different beast.
Okay.
So we're thinking. So you like the secondary idea? Okay. And then my final flair to everything was I'm going to force these people to pick their like a favorite snippet from their favorite song, so we can like put some American fanfare in this shit. Because the tournaments in America, there's not that many. A lot of them are European and they're kind of cut and dry.
Yeah.
I want some America in this shit, so I want them to give me like their WWE intro wrestling song.
Fuck yeah.
So when their players get announced, we play a little snippet of that. I think that'd be so funny. And then I also want at the very end, this is not for money, this is just for show. The final team that wins has to do a 1v1.
Well, do you want VODs actually? That's the real question.
Do I want what?
Do you want VODs? Because I feel like then you can't play the music, right?
I mean, it depends. If it's on Twitch, they'll just mute the section with the music in it. And if it's on YouTube, as long as less than 30 seconds, it's fine. You're allowed to have that for less than 30 seconds.
Okay.
But like you can also just mute that section. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's currently the. So you think the second one?
Yeah, I think probably the random opponent is like just more interesting, or the random teammate is like probably just, you know, there's more variance there, right?
Because for example, I really like crews. I used to play like in Smash Bros. Like you can do a crew battle where like you and like 3 other friends just kind of like link up, and then there's like another crew of 4, and then the idea is that like everybody plays everybody, and then you kind of try to win that. And sometimes it's like 2v2s and all of these things. So I'm used to like you bring your friend, but Casey, the streamer, was just like, oh, I kind of like the idea of having this like shuffle where every round you get a new teammate. And I wasn't really sure which ones we want to lean into.
I think
kind
it's
of want to ask you guys.
easier to get more like competitors using the shuffle method because like the pool of players that like can play at that level and also know a friend at that level as well, I feel like has got to be smaller. So if you force the shuffling and stuff like that, I think it could be like sometimes like, you know, like a player gets knocked out of the tournament, but it might feel bad because like they might think that like, oh, my teammate like kind of sucked compared to me, or like my teammates or my opponents or something, and like that's why I lost, and they can like live with that. But like from a spectator perspective, I feel like it's a lot like funner to see.
And like it's like a smaller scale tournament. I think currently the pot that we're looking at is like a minimum of $200. So winner gets $200 for like a day or 2 of play. I think that's fine.
That's fair.
We might add more. We'll see what we can scrounge together. But I think the initial rudimentary pot's like 200. Okay, cool. I was curious. And then like double elim if there's not that many people. Single elim if there's a lot of people. Do you know how that works, right? Double elim versus single elim?
No.
So if you're double elim, the first time you lose, you're not out of the competition. You go into losers bracket, and you have to like basically play against all the losers as you make your way.
Yeah,
to the
but
end.
You get to lose once.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody
I
gets to
think
lose
it
once.
makes a lot of sense in this
Format where you have randomized
Yeah.
teammates. So like if you can basically treat this as like bad luck
protection, right? So
Exactly. Yes.
could be good.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Any American fanfare, because I love that fucking music from like NHL and shit. I think that's funny.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
good.
America.
Mm-hmm.
Any other fanfare that you guys think I could do?
Have it all happen in a wrestling ring. Have
Okay,
the last
I'm
match
not-
like in a wrestling.
I don't have money
In an
to rent.
octagon.
Okay, if we have enough money to rent out a wrestling ring, do you think the pot's gonna be $200?
That'd be so funny.
yeah.
AOE boxing event.
Also fly
Yeah,
in
AOE
fly
boxing,
in
yeah.
international players so that they can play for $200 in the
That's
wrestling
right.
ring.
That's
Yeah,
right.
It's the punish for not being of this nation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
right.
have to just drop a casual $800 to $900 to fly here.
Yeah.
Single way.
Yeah,
Because you're not
exactly.
making it back if you lose.
Yeah.
So your opponent
You
gets
get-
to kill you.
Yeah.
Also, we keep your passport.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how else are you gonna join?
Mandatory donation.
Like keep
for
your
sure.
passport until you're
Yeah.
done with it. Yeah.
Beautiful contract.
We just collect them on the wall every year. Just one new passport gets added from the most recent loser.
Frick, another Hans?
Oh, come on. No, but my friend's popping off though. He gets
Nice.
like an average of 75 to 100 viewers now.
Nice. Good shit.
Remember the guy I showed you, like who I have on occasionally? Yeah. He's like, it's crazy. He's doing really, really well, and like he's really
stuff.
plugged into the community where pro players who have like 1,000 to 3,000 viewers every time they stream, like know him when he like appears in the channel or whatever.
Nice.
It's
good
really
stuff,
really
man.
cool. Hey,
Sick shit.
he's very talented. But yeah, any closing topics? Anything you guys want to add?
No, I think that's a good closing point.
It's good. Awesome.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.